finally back from school. Now it's time to play some Minecraft.
Oh yeah, turn on the TV, turn on this Xbox. Okay, Minecraft, here I come. Play game.
Alright, I love Minecraft. This is so awesome. Whoa, 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 watch out. Oh my gosh. Steve, move.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy. Oh my god. Watch out for that zombie. Oh, oh man, this is so cool. I love Minecraft. What? Oh, the timer's on again. Dang it. Well, guess I'm gonna have to leave the game pretty soon. Man, if only I had Minecraft. If only I bought the game. I guess asking my mom wouldn't hurt, right? Oh man, I already know my mom's gonna say no. Hey, Mom? What do you want, Oli? I was just gonna ask you if, well, you know how the Minecraft doesn't really let me play for a long time because there's a timer? Well, I was just gonna ask you if you could buy me the full...
What? I can't hear you. Speak up.
I said, if you can buy me the full game.
What?
It's like $30.
What'd you say? 30... What was the price?
Yeah, $30.
Huh?
$30.
$30? You think I'm gonna buy you a $30 game? Oh heck no, no. Come here girl. Are you crazy?
I'm pretty sure that everybody has at one point looked up Minecraft on their App Store or Xbox, everything that has games, and either couldn't afford the real game or just didn't want to buy the real game, which led you to be stuck with knockoff games that were free. That was me. I experienced this a lot. Trust me, I've played many Minecraft copies, from survival craft to those little girly Minecraft games that are all pink. But one of the ones that I found really intriguing and the ones I played the most was the world of Worldcraft. Yes, Worldcraft. And I'm sure you haven't heard about this game in such a long while. Trust me too. Until I got a comment on one of my videos that said something about Worldcraft and how they used to play it. So I said, I have to play this again. So I went on my App Store on my phone and I found Worldcraft. I was happy to see that it still exists so that I can play it again. However, the thumbnail looked very different from what I remembered. But I said, nah, well, it's probably still the same game. So I downloaded it. After accepting the strange privacy policy, I decided to get to work. I created a survival world where I basically just gathered wood and made a little refuge for myself. I decided to gather some food for myself and a little bit of wool, and lucky for me, I was kind of close to a little cave. In this cave, I gathered stone and coal. And then, alas, nighttime came. It was going great so far. I had a little refuge. I was waiting for morning time until I heard these weird noises, and I was quite curious, so I broke a block from my house just to peek out and see what was up, only to find this waiting for me. This was so scary. It was like a jump scare for me. I didn't remember any skeletons from when I played back then. The only thing I remembered were these pumpkin people who threw their heads at you. And guess what? They still exist! I made a ladder to get on top of my house just to see the view and what was happening around me. And these pumpkin people just start shooting at me like non-stop. After this, I was done with survival mode and I decided to go back to the main menu. In the main menu, I saw the skins that you can choose from. And oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how nostalgic I felt looking at these skins. Like, I remember every single one that I used to use. It was so awesome to see this again. All of these skins cost coins, and you have to buy coins with real money. However, you can watch a couple ads to get enough coins to buy, you know, a couple skins. So I did that, and I bought a skin that I used to use. I decided from all of these, I'll pick the little rainbow girl. girl. And I know I didn't mention creative mode yet. That's only because I don't really have much to say about it. It's just the creative mode. It's basically Minecraft creative mode, except it's way less detailed. So now that I got all the boring stuff out of the way, let's go to multiplayer. So when you click multiplayer, you'll see 3 categories. Number 1, online users. Number 2, read only. And the last one being likes. Now you're probably wondering what's the whole difference between the 3 categories. To start with, online users is a category of worlds that other players make. However, at the same time, other players can join and build in this world. Some of these worlds are absolutely horrendous and don't look good because they ruin each other's buildings, structures, and whatnot. But at the same time, there are rare occasions where you'll find a world that is not that bad. It's not as chaotic as it usually is. If you expect to go in these worlds and make a great house, do not expect it to be preserved. People are going to ruin it. That's why I never played this mode as a kid. I never did. I didn't want to waste my time on it. The next category is read only. When you join a world under the read-only category, you'll get a warning message saying, "Warning, this world is read-only. If you want to modify this world, you have to save it and open in a single-player mode." Now these read-only worlds, as you can probably guess, do not allow you to build as it's live on multiplayer. Unlike the previous category that I spoke about, these worlds under the read-only category tend to look way nicer. Moving on to the likes category, when you join a world under the likes category, you'll get the same message you get when you join a read-only server. This is because these are the same servers, except they are in the likes category because they have the most likes. Okay, now that I mentioned all the 3 categories, let's talk about what actually goes down in these servers. First off, of course you're going to find role players because every multiplayer platform has some role players in it, and there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes it's freaking fun. I used to roleplay as a dog and let people adopt me so that I was part of their family. I used to go into the My Little Pony maps and roleplay as the ponies, and I would get so mad if someone was already the pony that I wanted to be. The other thing that you'll see commonly here in these multiplayer servers are just casual conversation. People just talking about what they like and just making friends in the long run. Then again, you didn't have the option to add friends in this game, so really it's kind of bittersweet. When you make a good friend, you may not ever see them again after. One more thing that I thought I should mention is that there is a lot of dating in this game. A lot. Ever since this game came out, dating is a hot thing in this game. It's something that everybody wants to do. Yeah, there'll be like role plays in which someone's married to another, but then there's also very vulgar role plays that are very inappropriate. And you know, of course this goes on because it's a multiplayer game. You know, I feel like every multiplayer game involves something like that. You know, I'm surprised that I didn't find anything about this on YouTube. Usually people like screen record things they find, and I was hoping that they could find like some very inappropriate online daters so that I can show you exactly what I mean, but there's none. At least none that I could find. So I guess you're just gonna have to trust me on this one, but let me tell you, it was really common. I've had a lot of instances where I was exposed to this type of stuff, but I didn't really understand because I was young. Around the time that I'm playing this game, I was basically a fetus. I was really young. I didn't really know much, and I was exposed to language and actions that older people would do on this game, which is very unfortunate. I feel like it's my fault, but really it's not, because I was just a kid. What could I have done to avoid that experience? And it's also sad to think that it's happened to many other kids also. You know, even you watching, you might have experienced something in this game that you still remember, and it's something you shouldn't have seen or engaged with as a kid. Luckily for me, at least, it didn't get too bad. I wasn't harmed in any way, but I do think that, you know, like I said, other people might have been harmed in some way, and it just sucks to think about. Anyways though, now that I'm talking about multiplayer, I got very curious on how the multiplayer servers are today. So I went on multiplayer and I clicked on the world that I used to play on all the time. Let me tell you, this was probably my favorite, City Worldcraft. When I joined this, it was so many feelings that I felt. I was taken back to me being literally like, 9, sitting on my couch after coming home from school on a Friday, after eating some half-baked ice cream while my mom watches Shark Tank on the TV. And I'm here playing this on my Samsung Galaxy Tab 3 tablet. It was a lot of feelings, and it felt very nice to be back in this world. But the thing that I found very sad about it was there's nobody here. There's only like one other person here, and I could not find them. You know, it was just sad because back then there was so many people in this world, but now it just felt like an abandoned city. Despite this though, I knew that I wouldn't find anything interesting in this world. So sadly, I had to leave and join a more populated server. I checked back on the servers and I saw that Family Beach had the most players. So I joined and, well, it seemed like how it always was as a kid. People talking randomly, very uncoordinated stuff happening, people basically cussing, and also I saw some inappropriate stuff. Anyways, while I'm in this Family Beach world, I'm trying to talk and nobody is answering me. And that's always how it has been. People don't care about what you have to say. You have to really get in their face and talk to them. Otherwise, they're not gonna talk to you. In this video, I didn't do that. I just kind of wanted to observe the server rather than making friends or making conversation, even though I did talk in the server. And yes, my name is Quagmire X Peter. It's a joke, by the way, so, you know, I don't actually ship them. Anyways, I decided to go in other worlds just to observe more environments. My experience doing this wasn't anything special. It was just people playing the game. The only weird thing that I encountered was in Hotel. In Hotel, this guy named Navi was following me non-stop. Ever since I spawned in, started to get really close to my face and start following me everywhere. And one thing that you need to know about Worldcraft is that if somebody tries to go really close to you, especially if you're like the opposite gender, that means they're trying to date you, basically. It's the equivalent to holding out the heart in Adopt and Raise a Cute Baby in Roblox. So, you know, I could not get away from this guy. I recorded the whole thing, so, you know, here it is if you don't believe me. Even though this encounter was very pathetic and hilarious, it was still nice to know that some things never change. Well, I just told you all about Worldcraft. Now this is where the video ends, right? Wrong. There is some other things that I need to talk to you about that I found very interesting. When I searched Worldcraft on my app store, I didn't see just one Worldcraft. I saw 2 Worldcrafts. Actually, no, scratch that. I found 3 Worldcrafts. Oh wait, no, I found 4 Worldcrafts. No, wait, no, I found 5 Worldcrafts. There's so many Worldcrafts, and I don't know why. And so, the only thing that I can really think of doing is downloading all of these and playing all of them to see what the difference was. But before I do that, you're probably wondering, how did I know that these were the same games, even though they are different apps with different images? Well, when I looked at the images, some of these images had the same multiplayer characters on them. You know, the crappy little blurry bowling pin characters that look like space markers that you make in kindergarten? Yeah, they're there too. The first game that I want to mention is the one that I already talked about, which was Worldcraft, Mine and Build 3D. That's the one that I just played. Now you already know what this game is. I've already shown you. Now look at this next one. World of Cubes, Craft and Mine 3D. Now as I'm clicking through this game, what does it remind you of? Right, the previous game. It has all the features that the previous game has. It has the same skins, the same multiplayer worlds. The only difference here is that this game has a more games option in the menu screen, in which if you click it, it brings you to more games, which also helped me discover the rest of these games. I'm convinced that this is the same game under different names. And if you don't believe me, look at this. In the first game that I talked about, which is Worldcraft, I joined the World Family Beach. Guess who I saw at Family Beach? Sam. Okay, I left and I joined World of Cubes and joined the same server. And guess who I saw? Sam, in the exact spot. They all link to one thing, which is these servers. Okay, now that I got those two out of the way, let's talk about Planet of Cubes, Craft and Mine, Mine Block, Planet Craft 3D, Exploration Light, and
Worldcraft Premium 3D Craft.
These games all have one thing in common, which is the game itself. It's the same game under different names. Here's Planet of Cubes, for example. The menu screen seems to have way more options for you. You can choose to do multiplayer, you could do survival multiplayer, you could do creative multiplayer, all these things. Which, yes, to be fair, it does have more options. So yes, there are some new things in this game, but when you join, what does it bring you to? It's basically the same type of game, except it looks a little bit more detailed and thought out. The skins in this game are the same skins as Worldcraft, except they look way more nicer, way less blurry. They actually have like a more natural type of animation to them. Also, unlike the other two games mentioned, this game allows friends. You can have a friends list, and also there is the ability to join clans. There's even a forum for this game entirely. While you can change your skin and have some free skins available to you other than the skins that you can buy, you cannot change your name tag, at least for free, so you would have to buy that if you really wanted to change your name. In all, this game seems, at least to me, a lot more official, a lot more serious than the other two previously mentioned games. It all feels like this game has more of a community rather than, just being a random game that is a Minecraft knockoff, essentially. This game feels more than that, even though it is a Minecraft knockoff, but it has some type of stuff behind it that is kind of endearing in a way that this game has a community. Now, let's look at the next one, Mineblock, Planet Craft 3D. Same exact game. And I know this because I went to the private servers or private worlds, whatever you want to call it. It has the same worlds with the same stats. There's the same amount of people, same amount of likes, and in general, it's just the same game despite having a very slightly altered appearance. Okay, how about Exploration Light? Surely that's a little different. It sounds different. No, it's the same game. It has the same servers that connect to each other while also kind of having a slightly different appearance, just like the other two games. The last one we have is
Worldcraft Premium 3D Craft.
Now, this game I couldn't play because it's like, what, $2? Like, I'm not gonna pay $2 to play that game. I already know you have it for free. I already know it's gonna be the same game. Looking at the App Store pictures, I could pretty much say that this is the same game. I know I don't know for sure because I didn't play it, but are we really gonna play that game right now? There are 3 games that are the same. So how am I supposed to say that this one's gonna be different? There is a 1% chance that this game here is any different than the free versions. You get the gist of what I'm trying to tell you here. Now, what does this all mean? I don't know because I'm not the developer of the games. Actually, speaking of this developer thing, side rant, sorry, I realized all of these knockoff games that are the same game are not under the same publisher. We have Solver Labs and Play Labs. Yeah, they sound similar. They're probably the same people. Or person, if they're independent. Anyways, what does this all mean? I'm not the developer, like I said, so I don't know for sure, but I feel like maybe it has to do something with exposing the game in every single way possible to people, actually to kids, because this is targeted to kids, I would think, that can't afford Minecraft. Just like my skit. That's literally my purpose of the skit. I think it's just a matter of presenting all their games in every way possible, trying to get their game out as much as they can in order to gain players and to gain money, because when you have more players, there's a higher chance that you will gain money because they will be buying in-game currency stuff. It all goes to one group of people or even one person. So really the developer or developers are kind of in a way using the same servers even though they are different games. And is that genius? Maybe. It might just be. And when I'm talking about this, I probably sound mad. And I'm not. I was just very confused. I felt like I've been told a lie. I thought I had mentioned it because truly it is quite interesting, at least for me. So the next time you wonder, which one should I download? Well, they're probably, most likely, especially if it's from these people, Solver Labs, etc., whatever their names are, they're probably the same game. While researching this game as a whole, I didn't really find much YouTube videos. The only ones I found were from kids having little gameplay videos with their voiceovers. And there was also this one YouTuber that made a whole playthrough and documented it. And honestly, I didn't expect anybody to do this. Here's the YouTuber that I'm talking about, and it was actually really cool. I liked it. It was really nice to see somebody actually playing this game. It's the most farthest I've seen anybody go in this game in survival mode. I also found out that this game has an official YouTube channel as well, showcasing trailers and whatnot. And there's also some videos of a guy doing a voiceover, and it's probably the developer.
We continue to watch the game aspects of our favorite game. In update 4.5, wooden signs were added, which we will talk about today. Let's go.
There are also some other social media accounts that I found linked to this game as the official accounts. In short, this game holds a very large portion of my childhood. I used to play this game with everybody I knew in real life, so I want to kind of thank Worldcraft for I guess being there when Minecraft couldn't, because I didn't pay for it, despite everything bad that I saw on the servers. Other than that, it was very nice. It was nice to grow up with this game. I hope that some of you out there can relate to me in the way that they grew up on the game, even if it was just for a small portion of your life. As we speak, would I still play this game? No, I wouldn't. But I still see people playing this game, and I'm thinking this is still being part of many children's childhoods. I hope all these people well. I hope they don't find harm in it. Before I end this though, I invite somebody to make a creepypasta out of this game. It has the potential. It's very empty, very creepy looking. I would love to see some type of horror project with it, just like people make horror projects with single-player Minecraft. Let me know if you have any memories of this game. As of now, even though the servers are way more emptier than I remember it, the game still seems to be going, and I think it will continue to thrive for many years to come.